tested.
We ready to start? Let's bring this meeting to order. We got a pledge.
Roll call.
Roll call. Wait, let me get straight. Okay, roll call. That's you. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Manager,
Here.
District Engineer,
Here.
Jack Rice, standing in for,
Assistant District Attorney present.
there you go.
Okay.
Chair,
Here.
C1. No, you're C5. You're C5. And, that was then,
Oh, here. What is the chair?
yeah,
Someone
Chair,
here.
I did say it,
Okay.
C5
I'm here.
and C3.
I'm here.
Go ahead. Stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Is this, I guess we're gonna get right into what we're here for.
Let me use that
Yeah.
for the minutes. The minutes.
For, we got to approve minutes of this
minutes
meeting
for
or the
last-
next meeting?
for
This
the
is a
last-
workshop though.
No, the workshop is at 6.
So we're starting our meeting early.
before they do.
All right. Okay, we need a, I didn't know. Now I'm ready.
Now I got to put my heater down real quick.
Yeah, you guys have one.
There you go.
Your spirit
That's
member.
great. Okay, so,
Okay. What's that?
so we need a motion to, approve the minutes of the last one.
I'll make that motion.
Second. All those in favor? Aye. Aye, motion carried. District manager's report, and we'll go back to the public,
We have a new heavy equipment operator, so we fill out that position. We posted the highway technician position.
go ahead, sorry, I want to interrupt you.
We've been interviewing some candidates. Luis Rivera is no longer with us, he moved out of the city. We have an incident with Greg, with the mowing. It is a branch back in Perimeter.
Okay.
And all we took into the drug test, all that stuff, everything is fine with him. We're doing roads right now on the Sur Avenue, and we're planning pretty soon to be on Montura.
So we're finishing up Dosur.
Yes, sir.
You're blowing up the phone. All right, so we're finishing up Dosur, going to Montura.
Yes, sir.
All right, do we have go ahead, finish your notes now.
No, go ahead.
Do we have a time frame when does it take like a month to do a whole road? Like Dosur, does it take a month, does it take 2 weeks, a day?
If we have to do the whole road,
Yes, sir.
which is what is happening right now, most of the roads has to be recap, crown, everything. We go about half a mile every day, or 3/4 of a mile.
Understood.
And we're not behind, but we're not going as fast as we can, because the dump truck was down for like almost 3 weeks, and we were hauling dirt with 6-yard truck, so we were kind of slow on that.
Okay.
The guardrails back on Hunting Club, it's been down for like a year or so, it's already up, back in 1 and 2. Woodland Pro is still going, we already got 7 covers on.
It's got 7 covers have been installed.
Yes, sir. We got 5 more to go. The mat truck is already in process for all the repairing. I would like the board to know that they did a new founding on the back axle. There's gonna be about 3,000 or 4,000 more. We are up to date with covers and inspection. We're still picking up a little bit of trash around on Montura, more or less normal like before. A lot of people have started coming over here to throw garbage, so I guess they're not throwing it on the road.
Yeah, and that doesn't work. Wait, but go ahead. That doesn't work. Yeah. It doesn't work.
We're still waiting on Clay Johnson for the roof estimate of the quote. He said playground has been ordered already. Been working on it. We should have it about in 6 to 7 weeks. And it went up to $52,000
And it was where?
for the playground.
Yeah, then we started at 45, what
We
was it?
started on 45. They did give us a discount. They put it down to what, Becky, 41 or something like that?
No, we were approved 41,
Right.
and they gave us a discount to 36, but the installation was what you said we could play with,
Right.
and they gave us, it was gonna be 20, they brought it down to 14.
Right.
So in total it's 52.
Yes.
Everybody got a playground, so they got to go.
Like that,
Well, the one we have is
30 years old.
Yeah.
No, it's got to be done.
That's why some of the changes that we have to do, we have to get, like for instance, in our budget, we start putting money aside, like for R&R
Yep.
and capital improvements, little by little, even with the roads and stuff like that, we gotta start isolating budgets for that. I think with the board now, we should be getting a lot better for the upcoming stuff, so it don't all bite us at one.
Yes.
budget time, we gotta,
Yeah.
budget time, that's what we gotta do.
Get everybody aside, get a few
So I got a few ideas when we get to the budget.
The Valentine party in the clubhouse went pretty good. 42 kids was present on it. The last thing about the clubhouse, well, we bought the new chairs and tables. We also bought the new furniture for the clubhouse. Everything is painted, looks great. The boom over. We already signed the lease. It's in process. We're gonna have it by June, between June 6 and June 9. So,
It's taking 2 years.
and the last thing about the clubhouse, the home for the little kids pool, or the whole thing for the little kids pool was stolen about 4 days ago. So we're taking precaution with it. So I got somebody that is gonna build the pump station houses. We're gonna build a cage around it, 8-foot cage. So
How old was that system?
that system, the pump was actually only 2 years old.
The system.
The system was older than 6 years. It was there when I started the clubhouse. I don't know after that.
I think the pump was already leaking anyway, so they had some issues.
But I'm wondering the system, how old was it?
I have no idea.
It's an old system. It's an old system.
Yeah, I have no idea
Old.
how old it is.
It's at that point.
It's an old system, it's a system that I was told that it's obsolete.
Yeah.
At some point.
No.
I mean, what is the process of you changing the filters?
Well, you have a,
You gotta drain the water from the pool?
No, no, no.
No?
no, not on that one, no.
Okay. The kids?
You're talking about the big pool,
Okay.
on big box in the back.
Alright.
I'm sorry? Becky was in process of that, yeah.
We had a police report, we got a police report.
Yeah, we have a police report. We're just waiting, for next week on Monday, we gotta go and pick up the police report.
Question,
Have you ordered the,
question.
Yeah, it's been already ordered. It was about, yeah, $3,000.
Do we want to use our insurance? Are we gonna pay more than $3,000 on our insurance if we call that? If we call that in?
what's our deductible?
It's about that.
3,000? Are we, no, but I'm saying, at
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
time, you gotta look at them hard, cause you make a $3,000 claim and then they'll raise your insurance, and at the end of the year, you paid that 3 times over, is it worth it? No, you got a big claim, you gotta bite the bullet.
Well, yeah, that's gonna be our
Yeah.
next step,
But
to
that's-
look into that
Yeah,
and to
Yeah.
see if we
Yeah,
ask for it or not.
good discussion, they're ready to, hell, they'll raise your insurance whether you do something or not, so
Yeah, they'll raise it for $1,000.
at some point, you just gotta look at it and maybe bite the bullet.
The district's provider is pretty good about they'll take a report and they won't necessarily submit it. And that's when the direction from you to go ahead and submit it, but at least we're able to actually get the report to the insurance provider so that if you guys make that decision, you can just say go and then run with it. So,
Yeah, I think it would probably, I don't know what the deductible is, but you say it's 1,500. Is it worth it? It's not, pay it and let's bite the bullet.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead, I'm
That's
sorry.
another information.
before you go, on your report, new employees,
Right.
now we don't have a uniform. Because it's a new employee. I would have here a shirt, no name, company logo, district logo, and I want to see employees, whether they're new, with a uniform from the moment they walk in here to the moment they leave.
Okay, we'll do.
This of having a gray, brown pants and a white t-shirt like I see, no excuse. Give him a shirt, doesn't have to have his name or anything, just a logo.
Yes, sir.
But anybody that drives by sees that he's one of our employees.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, let me get back to, someone out there had their hand up. Who had their hand up? John? You want to say something?
One question per meeting.
No, I ain't gonna, okay, let's do one more question. It's actually not a question, it's actually advice.
Hold on. Go ahead.
You got double it up now. Remember what we were talking about when grading those roads, if you're doing one long stretch? Just have them to deliver that dirt there. I know Mr. P don't like that, but if y'all ain't got the trucks to haul it, you're double handling that dirt. You're wasting money, and time. Have them to dump that dirt on the road that y'all need it on, and just have Mr. P to grade it.
Well, a lot of times we don't really do the whole road. We do a lot of patching.
Well, I understand that. I don't know, but I'm saying if y'all doing a whole road, just have them to dump that dirt on it. And that's all I got. That's,
Wait.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
I got a question. How come it takes 9 months to get a road grader around here?
Good question. How come it takes 9 months to get road ready?
It's been 9 months since my road's been graded on Live Oak.
Yeah, we got, I've
I
had a
mean,
lot of people.
who's paying for alignment jobs? You're beating the shit out of everybody's truck that drives down their car, whatever. And nobody's been up there. Bower's been up there.
Hold on,
Grader
hold
has
on,
not
hold
been
on.
there.
Let's answer your question. We have one grader, correct?
Yes, sir.
We have a lot of people that want the roads graded. Can't do them all at one time.
No, but you can start at one end and come through and do the rest of it.
And
Not
we-
jump around and do
Well-
here, there, and everywhere else.
Well,
I don't own a semi, alright?
listen.
And that's where the grader is all the
Hey,
time.
take it easy now, take it easy. We ain't gotta get like that about it. We ain't gotta get like that about it.
We
So-
live here too.
Yeah, we live here too.
Everybody lives here, we all
Okay.
taxpayers.
Okay, so.
But that road hasn't been graded in 9 months.
Mine
There's
hasn't
no
been-
reason for
mine
that
hasn't
road
been
not
2
to be
years.
graded.
I'm not crying about it, because they can't do them all at one time.
You don't drive down my road, apparently.
Well, so be it. So, if you speak to these people in the right tone of voice, you may get it done faster. The way you're doing it, you may never get it done. How about that?
I come up here and ask,
Okay, but
and I
ask,
get told, oh, we'll come and look at it. And that's all they do.
What's
they
your
can't do
address?
everybody at one
I
time.
know they can't, but you need to have a
Mine needs to be
program.
graded.
You need to have a program, start at one side and come all the way through, not skip around.
We've had a program
So just
for many
to
years.
inform you, because since I've been on the board since November, I've asked for that. If I'm not mistaken, when Flacco took over, the previous manager started on Pinecone, and now they're to Del Sur, because I live on Hunting Bluff, and
It's tore up.
Yeah.
exactly, and again, so you can understand where I'm coming from. I have my neighbors coming to my house now. It's like, man, you're on the board.
This is
and
the
your
worst
road
I've
looks
ever
like
seen
this."
this county ever be.
I understand, but again, we do have a plan in place. It's just, we have to be patient, including myself and the neighbors, but we are getting it. But what I was told, they've done that part up there where you
No,
live at.
no, sir. Not for 9 months they haven't.
Is that true?
They done pine. They put reclaimed
Hold
asphalt on
I'm
pine.
just gonna ask.
We
people that
did
work.
Live Oak and Willow too. Now, what is happening with his road is he got a semi almost in front of his house.
I've got 4 that live behind me.
No, there's no semi on my road.
And, well, next to your road.
Not even on my road.
And, we did also horse plug between, the Cabbage Palm and 9 and 10 pumps,
Yes, sir.
and it's already tear up by the semi.
Okay.
It's already,
Let me interrupt for a minute. We did some, years ago, didn't we stop those semis from coming off this property?
Yep, no, yep, no,
Yes,
no, Central County was supposed to call in on it, and Cookie did a couple of them.
But because we.
And because Cookie's no longer here, it don't happen anymore.
Yeah, cause we
Yeah,
we
because they're
have
blocking-
some kind of deal with weight limits
Yeah.
on this roads. And these are our roads and we
Yeah.
can, and I wonder what happened to that.
Not only that, but they were blocking a lot of the right-of-ways that we couldn't maintain when I worked here, and that was one of the issues. And the only thing it takes is for a deputy to actually show up and start checking in a couple of them, and they'll start moving them back into the yards where they belong.
Yeah.
There's one road, there's like 4 trailers, semi-trailers. They just use it as a normal parking spot. You can't get down to the windows.
well, we actually almost had to call the police the other day
Yeah.
on Willow.
Yeah, I think that's
it's
it,
semi.
yeah.
Because this guy is parking 2 or 3
Yeah,
semis.
that's it right
So
there.
we were trying to raise
And you
the
can't.
road, but he was taking half of it.
Call it,
So,
call it,
you
please.
know, no, he finally moved him, but, you know,
You're gonna have to probably put
We
signs
gotta-
up,
We
and then
gotta
something else
revisit
and
that
then-
issue. We gotta revisit that issue with the
Yeah.
semis being parked outside on the
On the right of way, yeah.
road.
Because it's actually a safety issue, isn't it, considering
It
it's on
is,
the right of
especially
way?
with 4-wheelers and stuff like that, cause some of them are not marked.
These dirt roads are not gonna hold up with that much weight in the
Yeah.
water and
No.
everything. They
We're
just
gonna
ain't
have to
gonna
get signage too, we have to do it in Glades County.
Going back to,
We did, it is within our jurisdiction. I know we did it once, we voted on it.
And
We have a weight limit and we stopped.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Hilliard goes through the Pine Cove,
They
that's
go
a
through
county
Pine-
road.
yeah,
couldn't
but they
go
maintain it
anywhere
now.
else, yeah.
Yeah, they
But it's a
maintain
county
it.
road, we gave that to the county. That was our road. at one
If I
time.
could suggest one thing, to kind of help out with this grading thing, y'all still have the new John Deere, the little one? Now, remember, technically, the wings that we have, the mowers does not belong with that, right? Why don't we get a box blade? There's a lot of roads that can just be box blade to maintain, and a lot of roads can be graded. You can have 2 things going at one time.
That option.
we have a box blade and we tried to install it, it's broke, so I had to order one.
But that would be perfect for that little tractor.
Josh, let me tell you, some of these roads, like he was telling me.
I know,
Yeah,
they
we
just
can't
need
cut it
material.
anymore.
I know, but,
I drove today with the school bus, Boys Club, and they,
no.
What's
no,
close?
there's no way we're gonna break it.
to Pine Cone. I went through them all, to drive that road. I always backed out with the bus.
We did have, but we do have a plan in place.
Yeah.
Okay, we do, we used to have a plan in place.
Yes.
And it was a 30-year plan.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, my suggestion is to stay on course until you get something that's real bad. And, you know, the gentleman didn't like the fact that we were jumping around, but you got something that's just terrible.
Now you gotta do it.
You're gonna have to jump, and that
No.
messes up your plan. But
What we're doing is, we've been explaining to Mata because he's been asking about it. And, I mean, you got all the right to ask, I know your road is bad too.
Like everybody else.
Whatever there's an emergency,
I'm not even saying that, I'll wait.
wherever there's an emergency, we get our equipment out of the way and we go there and this and that. But we notice that every day there's an emergency.
You know, listen, putting out fires is the most non-productive thing you can do.
Correct.
And sometimes you have to do it in order to keep things going, but the idea is to get on the plan. The box blade, what's wrong with it?
Was somebody used it to the point where they eat the chassis of it. We cannot change the blade. We gotta get a new box blade.
Man, they're cheap, I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
$1,000, $600.
I know,
Why don't we, how many tractors do you have you can hook the box blade?
Where's the box blade been this whole time?
Hold on. How many tractors?
We gotta take care of business, guys.
How many tractors do we have we can hook the box blades?
Right now we have the Kubota and the John Deere.
So why don't you go get 2 box blades?
Yep.
And then when you have these emergencies, you can send the grader to the worst part, and I didn't even know we had a box blade.
Yeah, I
And
didn't
then
either.
send the box blade to do the little patch-up stuff, and then you can do it 3 times as fast.
Well, I was thinking about buying one because we do have a blade for the Bobcat, which is hydraulic.
So that's
Right.
so that would be four units going at one time, if you had to do it.
Right.
Go ahead and buy the two.
I would buy unless you guys want to.
Give me the motion.
I mean, because there's been times, like when I worked for Glades County, we had to do that for emergency reasons. Granted, it's not a grader, but for emergency reasons, we've had like another truck actually go up, spot dump, little piles, fix the road while the grader was still doing something else somewhere
Yeah, no,
else.
I didn't know we had a bunch.
I didn't either. This is the first I've heard about it.
But
This was supposed to be a plan a year ago.
anyway,
So
so
we do have a plane, it's basically brand new, it's never been used, and we're gonna put it on the Bobcat.
okay, still the Bobcat. You guys okay with
I-
that?
I-
We need a motion.
I-
You got two tractors you can hook Bobcat plate. I'd buy them. They're cheap. For God's
Go ahead
sake,
and buy 'em.
$700 a piece. You can use them when you don't like them. They're gonna throw away and buy another one. That's how cheap they are.
Now,
And then if you ever get in that situation, you can run them all. You can run them all. You can start getting ahead. You got your plan, and maybe leave the grader doing the big stuff, and then let these guys run around and get the little small stuff. And a lot of these people will be happy.
The other thing I think we need to have is, again, we have a few customers, including myself, I get asked all the time. But if we, again, we're trying to be as transparent as possible. If we let the citizens know, hey, we are here. So, and we're going to here, and then when we get here, we're starting back at Pine Point again. At least people like, for instance, that live on Hunting Club would know, Appaloosa would know, Perimeter know, okay, I'm going. So, again, we go back and, not saying that we're doing it, but we go back and forth, we never get to these other roads. But again, we need to let the public know, hey, we're here. It's like I was patiently talking to the other person the other night. I said, listen, your road is next. And guess what? I live behind you. I'm after you, so I'm no different than anybody else.
Well, we let them know, normally Becky is the one who handles those calls because I'm always on the field. And 70% of the time they raise hell to Becky. I mean,
I'm gonna tell you right now.
bad words and everything.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If they don't talk to you in the right manner, hang up the phone. Hang up the phone. I guess we gotta reteach people out here manners again. Because they're used to treating people any way they want to, and it's been allowed for so long, they need to stop today. As long as they cuss at you or talk to you back, hang up the phone. Is anybody here gonna say anything to you? I'm not gonna say anything to you. I guarantee you, I'm gonna back you up, because there's no call for it.
And the other problems we have is getting to a big issue is, I don't know if you guys noticed, we don't have four-wheelers anymore. Now we got monster truck with these aggressive big tires on it, going through the roads.
Yeah, that's
I
really
mean,
hard to stop.
we already went to, Bull Cypress and these roads that we know we did.
Y'all realize it was
We go back over there and they're making donuts to the point where the holes are
Let me tell you,
feet down.
let me tell you, years ago, was the right-of-way still open? We had certain right-of-ways that were open for four-wheelers.
They're not
Buggies and
respecting
everything.
that.
Huh?
They're not going through that, they're
Well,
going through the road.
but hold it. I suggested that we shut them down. If you wanted to play on your four-wheeler, go to the reservoir. But once that's done, that's Lefton Avenue, they're not using them, but they're running all over the roads. And again, we need to get the sheriff department involved in it, because they're tearing up your road, my road. And a bunch of them come up here every Friday afternoon, you sit right there and watch them come through the gate. They got a lot here, that's all they got's a lot, they put the camera on it, and they come up here and tear up half a hill. That's what they do all week.
Mr. Chair,
But we need to put the sheriff on.
we gotta discuss that at a later date in regards to the reservoir. and those
Yeah,
areas.
yeah, we're
We'll
gonna
have to get
have to
that
go
looked
over
at. But going back to what Mappa said in regards to informing the public and all that,
Yes.
create a file of which roads you worked on today.
Oh, we got it on spreadsheet, we got it.
9
Do it
months
on the
ago,
window.
he
Take
should
it
have
up
been
on
on
the
that
window.
file. 9 months ago, he should have been on that file.
Wait. Then you know it's been 9 months since you haven't touched his road. He was the one that called. If Don Genetti and Pinecone, the owner of 820 North Genetti, calls,
That's right.
he's writing it down, he's got a right to complain. 3 months down the road, the owner of 845 across the street calls, then you know, hey, we fixed that road 3 months ago.
Now, we do have that in place.
The owner of 820 is complaining right now.
We have that in place with phone numbers and everything, we have that in place.
I want to see those files. If I come here, I want to see. That's what it would work. But I do the same thing with the rest of it.
And this is what we have to be, again, you're in that spot right now. You have to be efficient. It can't take us a whole year to go through Monturo. We gotta get more efficient. Because again, these roads, they have material that it's not strong enough to withstand. Some of our asphalt roads can't even withstand what we're putting
They were
on,
doing
much
that.
less a dirt road.
I wanna say it was like 6 weeks from one end to the other end where I was working. But we also had 9 people here too, exactly. And we also had a mechanic to keep the equipment going at one time
So
too.
we gotta get more efficient, but again, I appreciate the jobs that you're doing. I know you take phone calls, but also a lot of people saying, and again, I follow up and I tell them, say, hey, by the way, Becky said that she did follow up with you. And then they get the, again, we're on the same page. Just make sure if a complaint does come in, we give them the A1 customer service that we should be. If they don't like their answer, we're sorry, but it is what it is. If they want to talk to any 5 board members, they're more than welcome. As long as we're on the same page, yes, be a little bit patient. We're gonna get to you. But again, like I tell them, I'm in the same situation everybody else is in. You're not paying me any favors that I know of.
I'm only one
Same
person, but I
situation.
can
I'm
honestly
in
say,
that canal ditch like everybody else
I
is.
can honestly say these two, every time I've called them, they've either called back or answered the phone. I
And
can honestly say
that's what we want.
it might have been a
whether they
while
like it or not.
because they were busy. There was one day I called him and he was working on something. He's like, "Can I call you?" I'm like, "Yes, sir. Just have Becky to call. That's all I need you to do. No problem." 2-3 hours later,
Okay.
he called back.
Let's move forward.
Yes.
No, I'm good.
Okay, so we're done with the comments. The manager, you
Yes, sir.
good? Nothing else? Yes, sir.
When I visited Saturday, the clubhouse, are we ready for the pool? Let me ask this question. Are we opening the pool? When are we opening the pool?
The pool is supposed to open on March, by spring break.
By 11.
Yes. We already got the lifeguard,
Just for that week.
and we're working on around the pool. It's clean, the chemicals are right and everything. We have a problem, electrical problem on the big pool. Clay Johnson is coming today or tomorrow, they say. And now we have the problem with the little pool, so we're waiting for those.
Has the pool passed inspection?
The pool is every year pass inspection, unless, remember what I said about 6 meetings ago, the last time the
I
inspector,
wasn't in office, 16 or something.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
well,
You
4
are.
meetings ago or something
Okay.
like that. The
Still
last
we
time,
were.
last year when I passed inspection, the inspector says to me, exactly he said, I've been passing this pool for so many years with these cracks.
But that was gonna be my next question.
It's not gonna happen the next year.
So that was gonna be my next question. Where are we
That's
at
exactly what he said.
with repairing
Yeah,
the
that
issue
was
that we
there
brought
too.
up?
The roof, the pool, where is that at? That was not gonna be my next question, so
Well,
go there.
you guys haven't decided anything about it yet.
We have all the
We
bids
waiting.
for everything?
We're waiting for Clay Johnson. You guys decide to wait for Clay Johnson estimate.
If he's not gonna bring it, I know him as well, boy works for me, if he's not gonna bring it, we need to move forward.
That's been a month ago.
We're already behind, and that's what I'm saying, we're behind the timeline right now, March 11th is 2 weeks away.
Well, you guys have a quote.
Yeah, it was the one that's ridiculous.
That's the only one.
What was the price? $38, crazy. And you read what the scope of work is, when it's crazy.
That's for the deck, or is that for the roof?
The roof.
About for the decking.
The deck.
You guys have a quote.
I'm talking about the roof.
It's
That's
38,000.
another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. From a company in La Belle.
Oh, Bright Roofing.
No, that's for the roof.
Oh, you're talking about the, pool?
The lady, what's the name of the lady?
So what is,
Jessica. Yeah,
Yes. She sent a quote about a month and a half ago.
I sent
You
it
guys
to-
have it.
Yeah, it's in your emails.
When you guys decide to wait for Clay Johnson and see to compare prices and all that.
Well, we gotta get going with Mr. Johnson. Within the next week or so,
He was gonna get it to us yesterday. And,
we gotta get going with that.
That's the pool.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir, it's a pool.
He went
How
and
much was
checked.
that? How much was that?
Was they from?
38.
Okay,
Like,
Weren't we talking about a $70,000 pool fixing the bill when I first got here?
That was 2 or 3 years ago, right, bro?
No,
No, that was
we-
just recently.
recently.
That was
No, no,
just
no,
recently.
no. 2 or 3 years ago, well, you guys asked me recently about that.
Oh,
But
y'all-
2 or 3 years ago, we went through the pool deck for the same reason when the inspector said that and all that. And we got some bids and the cheaper one was $74,000. And the board agreed to go ahead and fix the inside of the pool only, which it was $24,000.
Because of the leaks we had.
Yes. The deck, the actual deck was never fixed at that point.
Okay, so that's all that's pending and the pool's ready to go 100%.
Yes,
$38,000.
yes.
Plus the issue, because right now our staff is having to feed our chemicals manually, right? Because our system back there is not working.
Because the electrical problem happened on the big pool, yes.
So,
Call us some electrician, take this.
Again,
Well, we did,
we've been
and
asking
they came in about 3 weeks ago, they fixed it. And, last week, something happened and it went off.
okay.
So we called them back again.
The deck, what I'm talking
The
about.
deck, the deck,
So,
$38,000.
shall we just, go ahead and get it going? Be done
Yes,
with
I'll make the motion to go ahead and get it going.
it? Okay.
Call them and see if they still hold
Yeah.
that price.
All
Right.
those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Go ahead and start.
Yes, sir.
We're wasting too much money and time.
Yeah, we're wasting too
To
much
save
time.
what?
Okay, I just wanna be clear that then the pool is not gonna be open for spring break then.
Why not?
Start on it now?
Well, I'm just saying, it might be not open for spring
Because of the
break.
electrical problem?
No, because of the deck.
Because of the
If they
deck?
start working on the deck, it might not be open by spring break.
Tell them to come right after spring break. Spring
Oh,
break is
okay.
only a week,
Okay,
the 11th through the 15th.
okay,
So
all
it's
right.
gonna be shut down after spring break again?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Right after spring break. Go ahead and have everything prepared and ready to go.
The other thing going forward,
This is very
I'm trying to say
interesting.
this right, these things are very critical. Like for instance, this stuff needs to keep happening. If the contractor's not giving you the quotes, let us know ASAP because we can get another one, or we have to move with the quote that we have.
We did, Mr. Mata, but you guys decided to wait for Clay
Yeah, we did this.
Yeah.
Okay.
last month.
Okay, so water under the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We were waiting on that one, but I think it gotta wait for me. Honestly, I didn't expect to wait a month, but we had to say, we're done with that. We gotta give him, there's gotta be a way that he can, I think we're all in agreement that, we wanna pull the trigger on these fast, but once we do something like this and he has a snag, that he doesn't wait till the next, we gotta, but in a lot of cases, he doesn't have the authority and we haven't given it to him.
But that's why I think something that needs to go forward, if he has quotes, if we can do like a quick conference call meeting with the lawyer and have the board say, hey, we're gonna vote on something, we gotta be able to pull these triggers somehow. Because we only meet twice, 12 months, 12 times a year. You can't get a lot done in 12 months, especially when critical items come up.
So pursuant to public records law, if the board is going to actually meet the board, it has to be in public at a notice meeting. There are exceptions that are made for emergencies so that you guys can meet without necessarily noticing the public, but if you are going to make a decision, it does need to be in the sunshine.
That's fine.
Question. So, he's got a problem. He can he not call each individual board member and ask them what they would do? We're not meeting. If 3 of us tell him, go ahead, we don't know what the other one said. We haven't broke the sunshine law.
You guys are free to confer with the district manager, but he cannot take what each of you have said and convert that into an actual decision.
So we can do a special meeting then.
All decisions of the board and all special meetings are gonna have to be noticed and everything else.
So what do you only need, like what, a week to do a notice on a special meeting?
They need to think about 2 weeks in order to meet, because what has to happen is we have to draft a notice that's be published in the newspaper. Is that right?
About the roof, there's another roofing company on the bill, and I'm just saying this because I just did my roof, and they quoted me way under.
What's the
I'll
name?
get the name and everything, and I'll get it to you
Yes,
tomorrow.
call them tomorrow and see if they'll come
They
in.
give me 10 times cheaper. Everybody else wanted $10,000. I got my roof done for 6.
Yeah, he's wanting to rob us, because
And that's a metal roof.
Well, he's wanting to replace that roof that's only 6 or 7 years old, and ain't nothing wrong with it. Okay, no, in the audit, it says he is not responsible for any of the glass. That's the 38, whatever it was, plus somebody's gotta come work on the glass. He's gonna replace a bunch of tin that doesn't have to be replaced, to make sure he's covered the whole area, and then he's gonna walk away from it. He said very clearly on that, I'm not responsible for any leak. Why would you?
Well, we do
Why would
have
you
a
approve
choice about that glass, which I hate it, because I love that glass on top of the roof. But every single company that went to it, right there, it says to agree to take that glass out, and it will be a lot easier. Because all of them kind of agree that the leaking is actually through
The plexiglass.
the seals on
So,
the
if
glass.
the plexiglass is leaking, then we don't have to touch the roof, that's what I'm getting at. That roof is a lot of money and it's not that old. And that's why I was looking at that estimate, I was going, man, there's no way, I'd do this in a minute.
Well, I gotta be honest, I went in that roof a few times to replace the screws because the rubber rings were dry up.
Yes.
And I replaced, I don't know how many of them, 3,000 to 4,000 already,
Yeah.
within, 4 or 5 years. And the last time I went up there was a lot of more of them there with the sun and the metal moving around, they come up and,
But screws, I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
you keep the screws with good washers on them and tight,
right.
that roof will last you your lifetime. That's why they fail, because they get dry rotted, and a lot of people don't even know that. Nails, all that, and water goes through it, and then you gotta replace it, but.
But I do agree, there's nothing wrong with the panels, maybe the screws needs to be, the rubber seal being replaced, but there's nothing wrong with the panels.
So back to that issue real quick, so we have basically no way of, so, if he calls me, and I tell him, he says, hey, they're not gonna do it, but I got a bid for 15,000, I look at it, and I say, get it. He talks to everybody says send it, and he does it, what are the,
What laws will we break?
what laws are we breaking? We gotta find a better way to get this done, because we got a lot of stuff.
This system is not working.
If you want, you can, so there's a couple different options. It basically, the Florida Sunshine Law is set up so that any official decision of this body has to be made at a duly noticed public hearing. And I may have been mistaken by earlier, I think it takes about a week to get the notice public. And so your options are, you can defer to the manager to make decisions up to X thousand, and you can adopt that in one of your resolutions, and that would give the manager the ability to spend up to $5,000 on his own with a limit of, I'm just making numbers up, or
Right,
10,
right,
20,000 a year. And after that point, he would stop, and in that event, the manager would know I can call and I have discretion to make this decision on my own. And that would, first come from the board as in giving him that discretion. And then beyond that, you can adopt a procurement procedure where you say, if we want to do this and it's under this amount, then we won't necessarily have a meeting on it because we have determined that we're willing to pay up to A, B, and C for items D, E, and F. But typically you are going to have to wait about a week in order to actually publicly meet as a body. And I think at present, the manager does have limited discretion in your contract or in your description of making purchases. I think it's like 500 or something.
No, they raised it to 10,000.
The 10,000 ain't gonna get the roof done.
No,
Well, that's the problem.
neither do they.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, I think we know that, but during all this FEMA stuff, we did get a price from Clyde Johnson for, I believe it was $5,000 to repair the screws, and there's some closure pieces that were blown loose and some flashing.
Yes.
I believe we had that price.
Yeah, the
And it's
flashing
been
does
turned,
need to be replaced.
and it's been turned into FEMA. So that's an option.
Can you call him and see if he'll do it? You guys are, that's basically what the problem is there. Is that glass and the flash glass all coming down and going behind the steel.
Yeah, we called him today, they said they were gonna send it tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, they actually said they were gonna send it today. So we can always call them tomorrow again.
Another-
So
we have a quote already.
Yeah, we've
Well,
got a quote on the roof.
we already got a
Yes.
quote.
got a quote.
We went over there a year ago when I was still on the clubhouse, and he jumped up there, and a lot of the seals and everything was out because of the hurricane.
So dig it up, ask him if he'll honor that price, or what you have up to 10. You know, you just gotta look at it. You look at the other one, what all he's gonna do for 38, which is most of it, so he'll still do it for 5 or 6,000, I'd jump on it.
I jump on it.
And you have the authority, so
Gotta find out how long that quote
you
is.
guys wanna, change anything?
It's gonna wait years.
One,
We're just gonna dig it up.
you good with that? And I'm telling you, that $38,000 for the work that's gonna be done, we're getting killed, just half of that work don't need to be done. The guys that went under and looked at it never called you back from Moorhaven? There was somebody who went there. All right, so you guys are good with that?
I'm good with it.
All right, then take care of it.
Proceed.
Okay. Engineer's report?
Okay, this month we did get the, after we turned in late January, I believe, or early February, we turned in the C-139 basin report. It's an annual report that goes into South Florida, and the district is in compliance with that. We already talked about the woodlands. They are replacing those culverts. I did pull the old woodlands flat, and we're gonna put some stakes out there so that Dominio can tell where our right-of-way is for the perimeter levee and canal. And we'll be checking to see if that's intact here as soon as we can get in there. Then the other thing, we did get the bids in on the resurfacing project on Hacienda and Del Club. I put a bid tabulation on the table in front of you.
The spreadsheet. Spreadsheet,
Here?
Rather than have to go through each bid, I just summarized them on here. There were 4 bidders: Weekly Paving, Link Paving, Community Asphalt, and Ajax Paving. The bid had a pretty big spread to them. I attribute that to the fact that, it's a pretty good distance out here to do the work, and a pretty good haul for the asphalt. But our engineer's estimate was 240, got it in here, so around 242,000. The low bidder was Community Asphalt there at 284,949. We went through all the bids, they were all in order, they had their bid bond, and it would be my recommendation if you move forward with this project that you award the contract to Community Asphalt.
Any questions? Did they have any questions, Mr. Bennett? Do RFIs or anything? Are these 4 contractors bidding apples to apples?
Yes, they are. Now, there was one contract, Weekly,
Yes, sir.
that you notice there's an item in there for silt fence that they don't have a bid on.
Yes.
They didn't really acknowledge that we had sent out an addendum to all the bidders, and added that item. And so they didn't bid that item, but that's a pretty minor item. It runs anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500, something like that. Yeah, but community is still a low bidder.
Yeah,
That-
Now, Larry, how soon can they start this project?
Well, I think, we would have to contact them and let them know. We can ask that question then. When we talked to them at the pre-bid meeting, none of them said anything about a, huge delay on getting started. So everybody's bidding, there's a lot of state work going on and all, but I would think 30, 45 days, we could probably get them on board. We've got to get the contract put together and do all that, and issue a notice to proceed.
I think it's certainly possible. The only request I would have of the chair is that we pick an alternate. So if in negotiations we can't go ahead with the number one pick, that we are able to have a fallback.
And that would be,
Lynch paid.
yeah, that's the one company I've never dealt with. I don't know anything about it.
Very good company.
Yeah,
Actually, all four of these are excellent. records.
yeah, I worked with all of them at Lynch, so I would say two would be the next cheapest, and then you guys got a preference.
No, my most important thing is, Mr. Bennett, is, what's gonna have to be key is the MOT, especially down the middle, going to from the 833 to the clubhouse. That's gonna be key, because it's already kind of dangerous as it is.
Yeah, that's correct. And you were at the pre-bid meeting, and I
Yes, sir.
stressed that. We're gonna, they're gonna have to do it in accordance with the DOT standards, and that we're gonna have an inspector out there ensuring that they do.
So we have the number one, better, and the number two that you need.
Community and Lynch.
Yes, sir.
I'll make the motion.
Yeah, let's just.
All those in favor?
I,
Motion carried.
That's all I have.
I got a question. I've got a question. Down on 833, Jackman's Branch, right off Bill Sewell. When we get to the stop sign, I'm trying to make a left turn south on 833. We have all that shrub growing in there that doesn't allow you to see. Very hazardous. I'm on a school bus, all right? How can we get in there and clean that up where we can have some visibility looking south?
That's county, though, right?
It is county, it is county, and I think we've touched with the county.
I asked,
But there's a section there that if we can go in where Naranjo's Road there used to be, with our excavator, the long excavator,
Yeah,
at least we can clean something.
So,
I talked to Mrs. Swindle about 2 times. I know Mr. Mara did too.
It's not
We
going
called the Henry County, they promised us that they were gonna put an order on it. They haven't done it yet.
It's
gotta
caused-
keep calling them.
It's caused like 4 accidents.
Quit calling Swindle. Carson Turner, I'm telling you.
Alright.
Blow Carson
Well,
Turner.
they was just trying to do
Hold on,
it.
hey,
No,
hold on.
we gotta
We're
focus
getting
on
way
this.
off base. Let's get back to
So
short.
like for instance, if you're coming out of Mary Lou's store, you pull up to 833, right? If you look left, you can't see the oncoming traffic until you commit. When you commit, and there's somebody's coming, it's over.
What do we need to move?
That brush has to come all the way back to the easement. Right now, the willows and palmetto.
On the sideline.
I'm gonna make a suggestion, Kevin. We do it ourselves.
Right.
Keep waiting on them. I mean, yeah, I mean, you're not talking about big money or.
No, to send the excavator, we
Yeah.
have it out of there, we have it right away.
Okay, yeah.
Just send it, and try to clean it, push it down, something.
Because I think there was a major
We don't need to go.
fatality. The last fatality was I think it was a death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's been like the 4th time and something. They all told me the same thing. You cannot see when you if you go like to 832 or Amaka, you cannot
Especially
see.
early.
You absolutely right, I went there myself. When Mata told me about it, the only thing we would talk about it is that, express to Mata that if something happened to one of the employees on 833, we might not be covered with the insurance.
Don't go through 833.
That was my only-
Don't go through 833.
Yeah, don't get on it.
Don't get an 833, do it through that abandoned property right there. We have this easement.
Okay.
The other thing is that trailer.
Yeah, it's an eyesore.
I reached out to Schroeder too.
But with the suggestion from God, don't wish this. Janice.
Before, when we had to do like the culverts, when we cut the culverts off, on 833,
Representative there.
we would actually have to call the sheriff department and have them to actually
Right,
park
right.
there with the lights. This is just a suggestion if you're gonna be working that
We
way.
know.
That way there's some kind of safety there, barrier.
We do it all the time. We're
Yeah,
not- We're going
exactly.
into the back.
Right.
Because if you just put a couple cones out and somebody out there with a flag, they don't care.
No.
That's true.
So if you put a cop car out there, they'll slow down enough. You can work off Silent Road.
Barry, that was my only
You want to
question.
take care of that?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Done with that, okay? That, treasure. Hold on.
Mr. Bennett, I think Camino to work with you. Can we get this permit so we put these boards up at the clubhouse? And these work-
Oh, yeah.
Because that's been also
Oh, yeah,
I
he's
looked at
talking
that.
about the guardrail.
Guardrail,
Yes, sir. I was told
Arminio
we
and
did.
I looked at it a couple of weeks ago when I was out here.
Do we have to pull a permit for that?
Yes, we do.
Okay, can we work on that, Mr. Pettis, so we
Yeah.
can get that project knocked off?
Yeah.
Because we've already have the wood sitting on the ground, so we need to get that straightened out, so
Okay,
that's another thing we can scratch off.
okay.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead, Treasurer. Okay.
For the month of January, we had total disbursements of $174,242. We moved $350,000 from the operating account into the Seacoast money market. Total tax receivables, including the prior years, $1,554,745. Current year tax assessments. Current year is $1,742,063. We've got $973,539 still left to collect on the current year taxes. In January, we collected $131,691 in current year taxes and $17,000 in prior year taxes. As far as the year to date, we're behind the year before by $118,000. Every time we difference probably. Delinquent taxes collected are $36,000 less than the year before so far.
We still are.
So where are we at? Okay, oh, sorry.
Well, I mean, that's usually what I cover in the last questions.
So we're 5 minutes into the budget, where are we at, like, percentage? Are we at 40%, 38%? What are you looking
We're
at?
at 33%.
We're at 33%, so we're on, right on track,
Yeah.
am I correct?
Yeah.
My assumption on that? Have you finished?
Yes, unless there's questions.
I do have a question. I know a few meetings ago I was lost, and I asked Becky as well as Remigio. I know Mr. Nablis asked that the interest that we got from our CDs would go to a levy or something. So,
Periodically, we figure out what the interest was earned and make extra payment on the principal of the big loan.
so let me ask you, what is the loan amount that we have to pay back? I don't see that, or maybe it's in here that I'm missing, I'm sorry.
The actual bank loan doesn't show here.
This is,
This is,
go ahead.
I mean, this is like a general fund balance kind of statement. That's a long-term debt. It's out there. It's
When
not
you
part of the general fund.
So when you say a long-term debt, are we looking at $3 million, $4 million, $100,000, $50?
The actual loan
Yes, sir.
was $2 million.
It's $2 million.
It's probably under that now.
It's probably
I
under,
can bring
but
that
the actual
figure.
loan was $2
If you
million.
would,
It doesn't show.
Okay.
I'm curious.
because I didn't know we were paying, maybe I had a moment now, it went past my head, but I was told we're having to pay another bill, which was, is what this
Yeah,
interest was
we-
going to as well.
You know, Center State Bank made a loan to the district to do the dike, and we were paying that in regular payments.
I got you.
Usually,
No setbacks, everything.
oh yeah, everything's on, I mean, we're complete compliance with it.
Okay. If you could,
Yeah, I'll bring that.
if you could put that every once in a while, what the balance is, so it's in the back of our heads.
Right. Okay.
We make one annual payment, right?
It's either one or two semi-annual, something like that. On the loader and the excavator, there are two semi-annual payments.
Thank you.
That's it.
I've got questions for
Okay.
you.
I've got questions for you.
Is Amy still in your staff?
No,
Alright, we need to remove her from the signature from the bank?
right.
Okay, so we gotta make a motion to remove Amy from the bank signature.
Yes.
My other question is, we need to add more signees for the signature, for the checks. Right now, we have a problem. The other two board members that are signing checks are not here.
Right.
One of them, and she hasn't made it public or stated to me either, but she's made a statement of not wanting to sign checks. Is that correct, Amelia?
Yes, sir.
Becky?
Yes, sir.
If she doesn't want to sign checks, I suggest that we remove her from the signature bank and add Mr. Mather and Mr. Alvarez.
You can probably also replace Amy's, David Miller, my other
Correct,
partner.
correct, correct,
He comes up close to most.
correct. Or Sandy Baker at the office. We gotta have somebody at the office that has signature and other individuals here on this board. We gotta make sure that Joe Case is no longer with the signatures. He's not? Okay. So, with that being said, I make that motion to either investigate if Mrs. Miller doesn't want to sign any more checks, remove her from the signing signature, and add this to agenda.
You said it might be on, so it becomes clear and good now.
Right, right, but she doesn't want to sign checks for some reason.
So we have a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Ward, one question, in reference to, in the last meeting, I heard mention that we have one more payment of $70,000 or something for some pieces of equipment that we purchased a while back.
Right, yes.
Okay,
As
so,
of right now, there's 36 owed on the excavator and 32 on the loader.
And that's good equipment?
Yes.
Yes,
That's
sir.
the two newest,
That's
yeah.
good.
That was the best purchase we've done, Mr. Alvarez.
I didn't
No, I
hear
wanna
you.
make sure it wasn't junk. we were
No,
spending on.
no, brand new.
Right.
we make that one more payment, we make one payment a year.
Yep.
We make 2 a year, but I think this is just one of them and it'll be gone.
Okay.
Down to the last payment.
So here's something that I think we should do, this is just brainstorming, is since the district doesn't see that 70,000 already, it comes out of our budget every year, right? I suggest we set a line item or funding for that $70,000 to not go back into our fund, but to use it to purchase equipment that we need.
Yes.
Because if we spend that good $70,000, we can man up pretty fast our equipment back to where it needs to be.
Just keep putting it back in there even though we're done with it.
Right, but I'm just saying, but here's what I don't want though, is we have the 70,000 and then we buy something else. But we need to get our equipment back up to tip-top shape. We need our fleet to be in tip-top shape.
Isn't there like an equipment
Equipment
fund?
fund, an equipment fund, and that, we can decide that, no one can touch it for anything other
So
than that.
my question is, can we put that funding for a line item and continue to, purchase equipment or whatever?
Right now, there's, in the budget for debt service of John Deere is the 70,000 that's basically owed. So, once that's paid.
Yes, sir.
Part of the next budget or something, we can put 70,000 in.
What do you guys think about that?
What's the rule? It's a good
Because
idea.
like for instance, if that's 70,000, if we, in 2 years, we could have bought that new dump truck.
Yep.
In 2 years, bam, and it's out of the way. Because again, that's good money that we haven't been seeing anyway, so we might as well put it to work and build up our fleet again. Exactly.
Yeah, like a little.
What do you guys think? And I just want
Works
to.
for me. No, I think it's a good idea. We need to do it.
Yep.
And that way we just, we start, again, we talked about it earlier, we gotta start thinking ahead for the future a little bit. And that's the way to do it. Start putting some money back for the things that you're gonna need.
Go ahead. Last question, Mr. Boyd, is this. I know there was a report done and a lot of the community was, hey, the taxes are gonna run up. And a lot of people say, oh, you and Benny on the board, you're gonna buy everything and our taxes are gonna go up. How does it look like we're doing right now? Are we coming in at the right level or what?
Well, we're using prior year equity, because we budgeted an actual loss of $350,000, because we didn't raise the taxes.
Yes, sir.
As far as all the street pavings going, we budgeted $150 for street pavings.
Understood.
We're already going way over that. But we also have this contingency $300,000 that we put in there for FEMA money. The idea was if we get $300,000 from FEMA, we can spend it on stuff. But legally, that we've still authorized that much expenditure. So we can make line item changes out of contingency into the street paving.
Understood.
However, bottom line is if we keep, if we keep spending $300,000 a year or something, we are gonna burn into our reserve.
Eventually, yes. Eventually, yes.
We do have a substantial reserve right now.
Don't say that.
Don't say that.
We're trying to get caught up and not kill us, but, it's,
But and notice some of the reports that you're saying, though, it seems like we're getting more funding in from the taxes and stuff being paid. Or am I misinterpreting what I'm reading? So,
I mean, there's some timing differences,
Okay.
especially early in the year when there's only a few months gone by. But we have budgeted, all the revenue that we expect to get, and that's a pretty accurate figure because we assess that.
okay.
And, we are operating at a deficit, but that was known because we have some, equity coming forward.
Gotcha. Okay.
On a year after year basis, we burn into that.
It has.
Of course. Okay.
in other words, we need to hit hard now and back it.
It's the first year. It hasn't been done for years.
No, there's a lot of things that have been neglected around here that we're trying to get back going. And that's gonna get, and the longer you put some of this stuff off, the more expensive it's gonna be to us. Time is not on our side, so we gotta push on, hopefully we can stay with it. Yes.
Just for the record, especially for, the bank, it needs to be, we need to be specific, that we're gonna add Benny Alvarez or Mata, to the account, and it's all three accounts, which is Seacoast, Center State, and First Bank, because they wanna see it that way in our minutes, so it has to go on the record officially that way. The other thing was, you made a statement about setting the money aside, you were gonna, about the Mack truck, remember the balance?
Yes.
And so make sure that's all on our minutes.
Oh, I agree. I don't know because everybody's funding and budgeting. I don't want to break any rules, but like for instance, I don't know how to make it happen, but I just want somebody that's a little bit smarter than me to make it happen. This money, the $70K that's gonna come back to us, I want to continue to use that $70K somehow to purchase.
No, she's talking about the 40,000.
40,000.
Yeah. Was $60,000 that you guys approved for the mat?
Yes.
Okay.
And you wanted to get the $40,000 left and put away, not to be used or something like that?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's what she's talking about.
That's a good place for it, the same fund.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah, and we saved some past money with this.
Like she's saying, that we do need the minutes to specifically identify each bank, because one time we just didn't say the name of the bank, and we had to come back and review it.
We should do it now in this
The
week.
minutes just need
You've
to
got
reflect
directions,
all three banks.
and you doing the minutes?
Well, I'm just saying,
Does it need to be said, voted on, and then you the minutes?
well, we also wanted to, vote Mr. Miller, one of the partners.
Everybody's going to be on there.
Mhm.
I need to.
Well, it's just, make sure that everybody's name is on there accordingly, so I can, when I do put the minutes in here, it shows the bank that it was a motion, it was voted on, and it was carried out, and all ayes.
When we put Bruno on, we went through minutes and it has to go back and it has to be in the minutes and.
So you need a motion to do all that you said?
Yes, sir.
So moved.
I second. All in favor?
Are we finished with the treasury report?
I am.
Let me, I like to skip around a little bit. Let's, hear from V. Hodges.
Just, I don't wanna go there. Y'all can hear me, I got a big mouth.
Wait a minute, hold it. Part of the deal is you gotta stand in front of the microphone. Hold on, go ahead.
I've been a public speaker all my life and bumped it out.
You gotta come
You
on.
can hear me. Only thing I'm asking is, I've been out here for 20 years. And there's a lot of people on a Wednesday, you have your meetings, and I know it's been going on for years. Don't know why it was set for Wednesday, have no idea. My thing is multiple people want to come to this meeting, but they are going to choose to go to church. And why I'm asking is, can it be just moved from Wednesday night to another night that would be more convenient for myself as well as some others. But I really can't speak for them, I'm just saying, I hear a lot of it, okay? And Wednesday nights is either, they gotta give it up, you know what I'm saying, or they go to church, and they choose to go to church. So then, they really don't have no reason to complain, because if they're not here, but they're gonna do it anyway.
I like them people, we need them, because we got some that don't come, don't care, and complain anyway, so
Well, these
like
people
them.
here, and
You know, and I
I'm
was thinking of changing
with
the meetings
myself,
to 9 o'clock in the
I
morning.
go to church,
No,
not 9 o'clock in the morning. Fine, I'll be here, I don't work, I'm retired.
I can tell you,
Give me a
9
mic.
o'clock in the morning.
we had moved the meetings, because when Arturo was here, that's how we wound up on Wednesday. I don't remember what day we had it prior to that, been so long, but he was going to school and we changed it to Wednesday. That's the reason it wound up on Wednesday.
I think it was,
Because we had a board member that was going to school,
it was Tuesday nights, I
Okay,
think.
but any board member going to school?
maybe.
I go to school every day.
Me too, hard not, me too.
Twice,
No, no,
twice
seriously.
today,
Seriously, I go twice a day to
twice a
school.
day.
So,
I would just,
shall we wait till everyone's here and ask everybody?
Correct.
Before we change the meeting, we got two members out tonight, I think,
well, wait, the majority rule, right?
yeah.
I got 3 sitting up there, I can take yours. Now, let's do it legally, it's true, right? Is that what's gonna be the Florida Sunshine State? Yeah,
No,
it's only
we can
it's
do
only
it,
5
we
days a day.
have a quorum, we can do anything that the rest of us can do, but I'm just saying, we're gonna change the meeting night for, I think they ought to at least have a voice in it. but
Right.
What do
Well,
y'all
it's
think?
back.
The female voice you're gonna have, she's gonna say no. That I can tell you.
Well, actually,
At least we heard it.
I'm gonna vote against it as well because I had to change my schedule just to make this. And for me to go re-change my schedule again is gonna be very inconvenient. So again, I think it's a great idea, but,
9 o'clock in the morning.
the way I see it is, it's one Wednesday out of a month. It's,
Oh,
you know what I'm
Bruno.
saying, it's one Wednesday out of a month, and,
Yeah, but you have to look at it this way too.
I'm looking at it,
One you
yes,
versus multiple.
multiple people are not
But,
back to
but we need him, we
They're
don't
not
need
here,
both of
well,
them.
I think they're not here.
Well,
They
they're not.
can't go, they're not going to because of church. I mean, I'm thinking, my God, what's wrong with Tuesday or Thursday? What's the big deal? You know what I'm saying?
Or you can say, what's wrong with missing one day?
The church. I got a.
You can pick any day of the week and still there's gonna be some people that, hey, why can't you do it on Saturday night? Usually more.
So you still gonna ask? You still gonna vote?
We can ask. I'm just saying if it's another day, I won't be able to make it, so maybe I'll, you know, I won't be able to make it because I've already scheduled for this to happen.
And what, is there anything in the policies or bylaws or whatever it is that the, board member misses so many meetings that are off the board?
No, but we need him here, so. we'll all
thought
have to
I'll be
be
here,
here.
I'll be here or not here for 3 more years.
There you
So
go.
you'll see me or
I'm
you
just
won't see me.
asking, you know, because, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying if there's people here that's not gonna be here and take it serious,
I've got it.
they need to step down.
John.
You know.
We're gonna take a little break, all right. All right, so with all that being said,
I
we're,
appreciate it.
To the attorneys.
yeah, we're gonna wait. You can speak? The attorney's report, if y'all got
You
any
got
questions.
Josh.
Yeah, I'm waiting, he's talked so much tonight, if he don't get to talk,
Yeah, it's not that important with it.
go ahead, Bruno's gone, get it, go ahead.
I just, honestly, I just wanted to say thank you to the board, for the cleanup, the vote on that, to also these two for Central County, they've helped out a lot. We've got about 25, 30 people in that range that say that they're gonna be there, we'll see when that happens.
When is it?
We've already got the list, we got the printout, we do have a date, it's gonna be the 23rd, and it's at 9:30, between 9:30 to 1:30. So, I just want to tell you, thank y'all, it's a small start, maybe we'll see what
No,
happens.
you're actually gonna have a bigger turnout, because I've been talking on the side, a lot of people thought it was a joke.
Yeah, exactly, and that's, we posted it on Facebook and different things, and talking to people, and I got the same thing, and then they're like, wow, really? And I'm like, yeah. We've even actually had somebody donate some garbage bags, and they were willing to even put signs out, and I told them to hold off on the signs, because they're just target practices right now, so.
And you know what, that's a small victory,
Yeah,
which
exactly.
actually, that's a big victory for our community, so we need more people like yourself to step up, and I believe you, if you start, you'll have people support you and finish you.
We've even actually got people from in town that's willing to come out here, that don't even live out here, to actually help out, because.
Be careful, because first they help, then they wanna keep.
Well, that's not, hey,
I got him on.
then they're gonna have to be,
Say.
they're gonna have to be like everybody else and just buy that piece of
They
property.
wanna help, then they wanna keep.
Well, the good thing of it is, if they wanna help, we can just tell them, say, hey, come out here, buy some land, or tell you what, go over and get this land, cause you know, it's behind the taxes. Pick it up, take money for us.
Well,
There you go.
I just do wanna say thank y'all, I really do appreciate it,
I'll be seeing you.
a lot of people said that this would never happen, that y'all wouldn't go for it, and I wanna say thank y'all.
Anything that helps this community that we can afford, we're gonna go
Yeah,
for.
so next year I'm gonna ask for 500, because we are gonna do a barbecue, during that process.
So actually, I'm trying to get some people to donate, because I have a big grill, so we're trying to make some things happen.
Sounds good to me.
But again, a date's a date,
Yep.
push forward, I
It's
think
date,
it's
and-
gonna be
yep.
successful.
Thank you, and I appreciate it.
All right, let's, yes, sir.
Before we finish, the gentleman over here from,
Southern
yeah,
Illinois.
I
you
just asked if you
guys,
got something to say.
you guys haven't
I'm here-
decided
I'm here
on
for
him, he might need to ask for it.
Go ahead.
Wasn't that? Yeah, we haven't gotten that point yet on the agenda, and we're still waiting on that point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go right ahead, we don't care, we're informed, we jump around. We
No,
definitely,
I just didn't know there was.
we love change here, so, we change, go ahead.
I'm the current contractor for the aquatic maintenance. I came in front of the board October, November of last year.
Good.
Asked about, the possibility of continuing the contract on, it's a 5-year contract. It's a 1-year contract with 4 options, so it's for a 5-year total. I'm in the last cycle right now, and I'm just asking the board if they consider continuing the contract
What's
as
the,
a
what was the yearly price?
8,400 per cycle, 6,800 for the year.
Let's see, sorry. Yes,
It was reasonable,
We had paid
he didn't
more than that.
raise this from the previous contract, I believe, so he kept his word, so I'm good to go.
You good with it?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
We know what we're doing, we got something, we're gonna follow what you had in the past, or we're good? Okay.
Has it been effective, what you've seen?
Yes,
What you
yeah. The Lilies, I've been working in this community for 14 years. I worked for the previous contractor, and I parted ways with them, went on my own, and I heard it was going back out for bid, I came back after it again, and that's how I got it. I know the routine, so I know how to attack the problems. The lilies have really come down in the canals. The water lettuce is kind of a problem, but I think that comes from the fish farm.
Oh, I believe that,
So,
the nutrients.
yeah,
Actually,
4 and 7, I think those are the 2 ones with the offhand, with the lily, or with the water lettuce. Beyond that, everything is, every time I come out, I try to come out a month before, and get a game plan in my head, and then I know how to go after it, and every time it seems to get better and better.
It's working.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you got a motion?
I'll,
So moved. Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Hey, thank you, guys.
All right, now, we're back.
Back to the attorney report.
Yes, sir.
It'll be real short.
See,
Not
I
the
told you
attorney
it's gonna be
statement.
different.
So there's really only 2 items on this month's report. The first is the request for proposals regarding the repaving. We've already had an ongoing conversation with the district engineer and have that contract drafted up to offer to the contractor you chose tonight, and subject to their acceptance of it, we should be good to go. The second thing on the report is regarding the election process. We're having ongoing conversations with Hendry County. We've kind of looked at some different options for y'all. However, we will be meeting with the Hendry County Supervisor of Elections on March 27th, so it will be immediately before the meeting next month. So we will give you an update then, and it will be a very real-time update, because we'll have just kind of gotten the feedback, and we'll bring that to you then, and we'll go from there.
Let me tell you what she's gonna tell you. I've already talked to her.
I think I know what you're
But
saying.
anyway, we're gonna leave it alone. I don't want to jinx it. I've already talked to her. And her previous, the previous one, I'll tell you what her words were. Not no, but hell no.
Can you say it?
Yeah, I can say it. I don't care. Not no, but hell no. This one didn't say that. But anyway,
Yeah.
hopefully she'll change her mind.
And we have some fallback options even. if she
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
work with us.
Cool.
So,
But we definitely, this is something, I'm not gonna stop until we get it, I want it in black and white, clear as it can be, no way for anyone to dispute anything, and then we'll do it.
sounds good.
Appreciate your report.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's next?
That's it?
Discuss the vote on the,
The equipment that needs to be sold, the pricing.
Man, that's the good, I'm
Well-
glad you brought that up. Shoot.
you can't set the price, you just.
So, so here's the question, John was here last time. A lot of companies do a lot of things different ways. Here's the other thing is, the equipment, are we gonna do a blind bid, an auction, a certain time frame to put your bid on it? But the other thing, what I was saying is, I'd hate to see equipment out there and the guy put, like for instance, I'll use Boogie for instance, nickname we call him. He puts $1,000 bid, but that's a $50,000 piece of equipment. I'd hate to say because he had the highest bid that we give it to him. I think there should be like a minimum, and then these people, when they put their bid, they hit that minimum, we can say, okay, you know what? He did hit the minimum, they did hit the minimum, let's give it to them.
So who can establish that price?
So if you guys put the property up on auction website or something like that, you should be able to set a minimum bid. And if it doesn't hit that minimum bid, you will not have to surrender the property.
I would love to take the job of working with our manager and setting the prices on the equipment.
Here's the other very important thing is, what are we gonna do with the funding that comes back from this thing?
That fun, I like that fun.
What are we
The
doing?
equipment fund.
Oh, I agree, I agree, but I just want to know, what are we gonna do with
Goes
this
back
money?
to the equipment line
We
item.
put it back to the equipment.
All of that should go back to the, I'm in favor.
I like that.
All of that.
Then you guys decide something else.
No, put it back in there and have it go through equipment.
No,
That's
equipment.
Yes.
Equipment is equipment.
Don't forget the box blades. I wanna see box blades running all over one too.
So how can we make that happen? Because, again, we need to move forward. Whether we do an auction, whether we do a silent bid, turn it a sealed bid or whatever. But we need to get some traction.
So my understanding is that staff is already looking into that. That was kind of an ongoing process as that happened, or
Well, John mentioned that we don't have to do a silent bid.
correct.
Unless it's more than $100.
Yeah, and
That's
so
what he
it's,
said.
everything's under, so we can sell it however we want.
So
We can put it in the
minimums on it?
paper and say we're gonna have a,
Line them up there and.
Well, but
put
we
it on the
have to
paper.
set some minimum. So
yes,
Yes,
that's,
yes.
Bottom line,
that's,
bottom line,
that was.
bottom line,
Yeah,
bottom
you don't
line.
wanna give it away.
And then let them go.
Yeah.
You just said you wanna set up those,
I would be more than happy to do
the
it.
two of you can go ahead and,
So it sounds like maybe the thing to board's direction is that, do you guys want the district manager to come back next month with what the set minimums will be, and you guys can just approve those and then go from there?
Yeah.
That's good. That's what they do.
We're just trying to hurry up and get it done. We
Yeah, we
knocked
just-
off everything on our list last month, we just wanna make sure we're moving forward.
We just wanna get our money back.
I was told that someone offered some money for that backhoe.
Someone came over here and offered me $20,000 and I said, hell no.
No, I wouldn't think so. I'd give you 21 myself.
I'll give you 25.
there you go.
That's
I know
how
who's
you,
gonna get
that's
third.
how you do it. But, no, it's a tough. But anyway, okay, so we got the, resurfacing taken care of, the pool's taken care of, the truck's taken care of, the vote on equipment's taken care of, we're done. Anything else?
What about the recycling stuff? Is that?
We got that going on, it's almost clean. We're still waiting for Mr. Corin over here to came along and do some coating because there's some long pipes. But we're almost done, it's almost clean.
I couldn't play this weekend, that was an option. That was very important to me.
Thank you.
Did we name you secretary or not?
No.
We didn't. Well, we gotta make a motion to name, we need a secretary. We haven't done that in the past 2 meetings, right? Okay, since October, that's right. Alright, I'll make that motion to nominate Becky to be our secretary.
Second, we need a second?
Secretary.
All right,
Legal secretary. I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
What other business we haven't taken care of?
It seems too simple, it seems like we forgot.
Assistant district manager slash
Yeah, but
secretary.
I'll take care of it.
They have to first-
Yeah, he thanked Bruno, and
Assistant
everybody's taken care of.
Yeah, that's better, yeah.
No, that's it,
Yeah.
right here, we went through all that we went through before we started.
That whole.
Adjourn.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the situation with the dumpsters, I mean, are they open, or are they not?
It is open.
It is
It
open?
is open, yeah.
Okay,
If they need to come do something else, we'll open it.
I had people ask me about it, and I didn't know what to tell them. I was like, oh,
Yeah, it's open.
Driver's license and light bill,
Driver's
right?
license and light bill.
and the light bill.
Good, it's going all right?
What, I tell you, what are we not accepting? That's a better question. What are we not accepting?
Yeah.
Well, right now, we're not accepting any tires. And we're not accepting white goods until Mr. Cody over here brings us right.
Okay, white goods. What about,
No commercial.
Oh, no hazardous
when you
batteries,
say
anything
commercial,
like that.
to me, roofing is commercial, but I hear differently.
No, no commercial contract. No contract.
So if I tear my roof off, I can put it in there?
If you are landowner, yes.
See, that's kind of one of the issues we were dealing with last
Mess up
time.
right there.
Is we actually had people that were living
Well,
here was
that's
actually
what
taking
it's
payment.
agreed for landowners. As long as you have a license and a light bill, that's,
What about
that's what
tree
it is.
debris?
No, no debris.
Cause you gotta,
I'm asking.
Concrete,
No, no debris.
you gotta keep in mind,
No
you've got
debris,
about
no hazardous,
3
no
contractors
white goods for
that actually
now.
own property here. They
Metals,
bring
yes.
stuff from Miami all the time.
White goods, metals, and
Yep.
all that stuff is gonna be put in a container that he's gonna be.
Okay, so no type of tree debris.
Alright, so
no
we're taking
type
care
of,
of quite a bit today then.
Yard waste and no type of yard waste at all.
Yard waste,
burn it,
depends on what it is.
burn it. Tell them to burn it, that's what I can burn it.
I'm asking, 'cause a lot of people are asking me. I
Yeah,
don't-
yeah.
I don't
You
know.
said something that I was thinking about, and you just said me the whole way around.
What we've had
We
is
have people, we gotta make sure that we have people that come from out of town
Yes, sir.
that don't have houses here, that don't bring stuff with them. Cause I saw a trailer coming in here with some 4-wheelers and some junk on it the other Friday. And I'm glad you said it, cause I had thought
I see
about it
it.
earlier and I forgot about it.
I see
Well, they
it.
have to
If
present the light
they
bill.
don't live here,
That's
that like
the
them, they don't live
They
here.
have to present
That's
the
the
light
key.
bill.
They gotta present a light bill.
Yeah.
But what if I own a house here and I live in Miami and I'm bringing my debris from Miami and I present you a light bill?
And that's what's happening.
Well,
There
I mean,
is
you
what
gotta
we-
say.
See, that's,
I
we have
understand
one
what you're
contractor,
saying.
we have one contractor from Miami.
What you gotta do.
Now, he has a house here, he has a light bill,
Yeah.
he's a contractor, and every Thursday, on the dot, he was here with a different
I
trailer
had that
all the time.
investigated.
Do we keep a log of the people that come in here?
Should be,
That's-
should be.
Okay,
that's
that's
where we
that's
do
very
it.
simple. You got me once, but you won't get me twice because
That's
you're on the
exactly
law.
right.
Because how many damn times you gonna replace your roof?
Thank you.
I mean, that's easy.
And come to
Y'all just
find
gotta
out,
look at it.
come to find out what he was doing is he was actually, other people were hiring him to get
Yeah.
rid of the debris.
And we definitely ain't going that
So
way.
he was getting paid
Yeah.
for any of them.
So is that the guy that I have an argument?
Because it doesn't.
That's
You
him.
were still here?
Yes, that's him.
Yeah, he hasn't come back
And
anymore.
the roof paid
He
him.
hasn't come
Yeah,
back.
because ever since we closed it, I noticed he hadn't come
Yeah,
back.
he hasn't come
But
back
see,
anymore.
yeah,
And that's why I feel as a board and as a community, and it's not just, I think that's why it's so empty now because, you know, we're on video, but the circus is kind of stopped.
Yep.
We're running this thing like a
You're,
business.
I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? When they had the meetings at the clubhouse,
Yes, ma'am.
it was a joke. And
I was there.
It's very simple and short for me to put it that way, to the point that all it was a big mouth match. It had nothing to do with the citizens of Central County, okay? And that's why I'm like, fuck this, I don't need this, I'll go home. I listen, see, I'm retired law enforcement, I listened to it back then all day long.
Bring your gun
I ain't
next
listening
time.
at night.
Yeah, right.
So anytime you're trying to
Which
tell
meeting was
somebody.
this? Which meeting
This
was
is
this?
the second best meeting we've had in years.
yeah.
Just-
There is no bickering in
Which
this.
one?
That's what I like. There's no arguing or bickering on top of that board right now. And I've brought it up in the meetings many a times.
That was on stage.
So,
But it was just, you know, and then, through the years, things began to surface. That was actually transpiring. And it wasn't for the people. It was for the people, not all board members. Because see, when I hear people say, well, the board members, I say, don't do that. Because number one, every one of them is different. Do not put them in the same category. And then, because you gotta have facts.
Thank you.
You don't just assume. But my thing is,
can we call you for the next meeting if we need to? We might need you to repeat that to
sure,
some of our professional meetings.
if I'm not at church,
Well, we can call you out of church. You go to
Oh,
full
no,
service
no,
for your community.
We'll switch up on the church, I'll go when you come.
oh, I also want to let y'all know, this is gonna make them laugh. This is my brother.
Is that right? It doesn't surprise me a bit.
I
But it's nice to have people here that, and I like participation, that doesn't bother me as long as it's constructive. And, a lot of times you'll see people I won't let talk.
Well, I like what you
People that
did.
go back and forth, you
2 or
know.
3 times earlier, you stopped it.
No,
Got
yeah,
back
we're not,
on, you know.
I'm not
And
that-
that's the way it should
yeah,
be.
we're here to take, I'm not here for soap operas, for drama shows. We're here to
Service.
take business, take care of business of this district. That's what we're here for.
He would have liked me the last time I went over there, up at the clubhouse, the last one I remember.
He came
When
in.
you
the
was
other day.
voted in, that was the last time I.
Oh, you were there? I remember. I came in when I was voting in too. That's right, you were taking care of business. I remember that.
Well, you had one member just bashing another member, and I'm like, whoa. Then you had another member, he gonna walk out because he done lost it, the election.
Yeah.
So when I'm like, and he came by me, and I'll be honest, he said, it ain't no till the fat lady sings. I said, she sung, Bubba. See ya. That's
Well,
it.
hey,
Don't, and besides that, you know, if you're gonna, and I'm gonna sit there, and I'm gonna be for the people, and I'm gonna finish my term out that night.
Well-
That was wrong and unprofessional to me.
Let me tell you what, I've served 12 years on this board.
I've
and
heard
then-
all about you.
And then was gone. Thank
I
you.
did, yeah,
And, excuse me?
I have heard all about you.
Good, I like that. And, I was out for 5.
Yeah.
But I've seen it for many years. Where I'm going is people come here for the wrong reasons. They get their little cliques and they start attacking board members and they start
Exactly.
attacking. It's for some reason it's sport and everybody let it go on and went on and on and on.
It was a joke.
It ain't gonna happen as long as I'm sitting here.
It's a
Thank you,
circus.
thank you.
It's not gonna happen.
Who's the chairman?
I am.
Yes, okay.
Josh, you were here when we only had 3 board members. Meetings were short, to the point, productive, and out of here.
The biggest thing was, it was just like, it was a constant fight. It was an argument match on that board. Nothing was not getting done. It was running people off. People don't want to hear it.
That's why I love
Plain and simple. I mean, nobody wants to hear it. I mean, everybody wants to see action.
There's been a lot
And
of
there's
people
action
put on-
going on now, so.
There's been a lot of people put on this board for the wrong reasons. I've been here, and we've had them sit right next to us.
Yep.
Because a little group got together and got them voted in, but we're here to we're gonna get that one out of there. And it's non-productive for this district. It hurts all of us, and there's people in this district, I want this tape, they're not smart enough to realize it. They're in here raising all this hell and causing all this chaos, and they're hurting themselves, and they don't have enough
Because
sense
it's
to
on
realize it.
camera. It's on camera.
That's what I wanted to be on camera.
Speaking of that,
With all that being said, are we ready to adjourn?
Oh,
I got one other question.
Before I forgot, I wanna say thank you to Patty, right?
Uh-huh.
The company that you gave us for the sign,
Yes.
that was quick.
Good.
We got it in a
Good.
week, right?
Yeah, I work for Glades County for the road department over there, so I'm trying to help out every way I can
I
to
appreciate it.
make
They gave
things
us a
easier for
company
you
for the
guys also.
sign,
Sonorama.
and no, it's
No,
out of
this
West Palm Beach.
Yeah.
And we got.
Naples, municipal
We
signs.
got a $4,000
streets.
worth of sign in less than a
For the
week.
streets,
Oh, weekly?
weekly.
because I started to, that one that I called about,
They,
I started to go take the N off and
I'm
put
good,
an
unless
S.
they're.
I mean, an S off and put the N,
Right.
because I got a cricket. I do my
Y'all were
own
talking
stuff.
about the.
We just got the
companies
signs
for
all
the
in.
Asphalt the road.
Oh, by
They
the
deal with a
way,
lot with Weekly, and Weekly's been really good to them.
Weekly's
Weekly,
real high,
there's,
we can't afford that.
I
yeah,
know, but-
weekly, there's Diaz, Haven, there's several other companies.
We
that
actually
are
had
there.
about six come to the pre-bid meeting. and 4 bid.
Like we said, we'll try to help y'all with, tear up with Glades County as much as possible. We weren't allowed to before,
Yeah,
so.
I know these companies, I've worked with these companies over
Okay.
the years. They're community's top rate.
Yeah,
Lynch, I didn't hear, he said they're good.
yeah,
I
Lynch
believe
is
it.
very good.
Yeah,
Lynch
so
County
we're
is-
good. Weekly is good, but they're high.
Yeah.
What about the videoing of the meetings and broadcasting them online? Is that still, are they still gonna do that or no?
Broadcasting what?
Live.
Off
A
live,
lot of people have asked.
like Henry County does it, Lee County, everybody
Oh.
does it. They do the live meetings.
I
For people
said-
that can't be here.
We don't need, I honestly believe that we don't need that fiasco, because we'll have all the crazy nuts back in here with all the foolishness going on. And they wanna see the stuff on Facebook.
Look, I thought at one point in time, there was
Selfie.
something in the rules that we had to by law.
No. Mr. Attorney?
So the meetings are being recorded and they're being uploaded to YouTube, but that's different than live streaming.
Okay.
So the meetings are gonna continue probably
To be on YouTube then at least? Okay. And the reason why I was asking is for like people that can't make
I
it.
strongly object.
He don't want to go.
I'm strong, do we have anything to say about that?
That's just your current policy.
Okay. Gentlemen, I wanna change that policy. We're not streaming nothing, as long as I'm preserving on YouTube. Well, I'm not gonna say a word, I'm gonna sit right here.
He's talking about the one.
Is this
All
why,
those in favor? You have no issue with that, okay, let's do this one. First time we get it.
No, I mean, I don't have issues not having it on there.
Yeah, I don't.
Or not,
I just wanna say something, before
Yes.
we adjourn here. The workshop, policies and procedures. Let's cut that out and do it during our regular meetings. If
Yeah,
there's any
let's do it.
policies, as they arise, we'll tackle them. If it's having a workshop,
Well, if it didn't work, then
it's not.
so be it. And I agree with you, we did it, we went through a few things, if we do it every meeting, go
Listen.
through three, we'll be done.
The
That's
last
right.
two meetings, I've seen more stuff happen, the last two meetings on this board, go boom, 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 than I have
2 years.
in 2 years.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Hey, can we get a raise? Can we get a raise? I want y'all at the landowners meetings.
I'll go for it. I'll go for it.
I'm going down there right now.
Hey, yeah, we can vote.
Hey, what the, usually when I want them on YouTube.
Alright, motion to adjourn.
All right, hold it. So,
You wanna say something?
so,
Just one question. When is the next election? And what seats are up? I know you're saying. I don't think you're saying.
20.
Next year, okay.
Next November.
okay, back to the thing. We just voted, 2-1. We weren't having no, we weren't doing anything on YouTube.
I'll double check, so long as you guys are, it's fine.
Well, how did it get put on there? We didn't do it on there before. The legislator didn't decide all of a sudden that we could just put them on there.
If I recall correctly, once the website was updated and we're doing live state requirements, that option was introduced,
Oh,
then the
okay.
board took up the option.
I might have to reconsider that.
So,
Otherwise, it's 2-1. No. All right.
I mean, you are required to take minutes and generally.
The minutes we knew we had in the public record, I knew all that, but I didn't realize we had
That's
that.
another issue in the tackle. Did you see how long those minutes are?
Okay.
How long it takes an individual to do that?
We haven't adjourned yet, hold it. Let's do it. Let's do it now and get it over with, guys, and go. This board has always chosen how we had our minutes. I heard all that.
Give it a listen.
Hold on, guys. I heard all that craziness, about the minutes and they had to be written out and everything had to be, that's not how it was before. It doesn't have to be the way it was before, but generally everything was taped and she would write just the,
Just
important
the high
highlights,
points.
yeah, highlights, so.
The motions, the motions.